I read that Melvin Purvis had more arrests than anybody at the Bureau at that
Right.
time. What do you think made him so great at his job and accomplished this particular task?
He holds that record to this day.
Yeah.
He holds the record for taking down more public enemies than any other agent to this day. He was very popular with his men. He treated his men incredibly well. He was a very good leader. He had a great vision. He had great integrity. He was very capable at what he did. He had grown up hunting, coming from the country. And he was able to achieve extraordinary success at a very young age. I think he just had an inner integrity, which unfortunately he felt was compromised ultimately during his time in the Bureau and resulted in him quitting.
Yeah, it probably took a lot of balls for him to stand up to his boss saying, our men can't do this, right?
Well, Hoover was a brilliant visionary. And ultimately, his vision came to create, the excellent organization that we have nowadays. But this is the birthing pains that we're seeing at this point. And in order to achieve short-term success, he requested of his men actions which Purvis certainly felt were morally abhorrent to his nature. And so, in spite of his incredible success, I think that he felt that he paid too high of a price, and that's why he quit the Bureau so soon after taking Dillinger down.
You also described him as the Clark Gable of the Bureau.
Right.
Can you elaborate on that?
Right. Well, that was what he was called at the time. I think, and Dick Tracy, I just remembered, somebody reminded me, was based upon Melvin Purvis as well. He just cut a very dashing figure compared to most agents of the day. He was very dapper. He wore the finest suits. He drove the finest car. He rode horses in the English riding style. He was a real gent,
Yeah. You also said there was some similarities between him and Dillinger.
All I mean in that is just in the press's fascination with the two of them.
Oh, okay.
The press really put the both of them on the front of so many newspapers, and this was actually something that was something which Dillinger enjoyed a great deal, and he was wonderful at marketing himself. Purvis, however, was very uncomfortable with that and always went out of his way to try to credit the agency as a whole and Hoover for any success.
Okay. Obviously, you are very detail-oriented in your performances, and Michael Mann is very detail-oriented in his filmmaking.
Yeah.
How did you two come together, and did he help you get deeper? Is that possible?
Absolutely. Absolutely. No.
How?
It's a wonderful experience working with Michael. He's a fascinating man, and I think one of the finest filmmakers around. He approaches every movie like an investigation. He did make a great detective. He has an encyclopedic knowledge of each and every subject that he tells a story about. He's very thorough and incredibly articulate, and very satisfying to work with such a man.
And how was it training with the guns?
That was enjoyable. The guns.
Are you becoming a little boy again?
We're fairly simple to handle, and Purvis was somebody who was very, very capable with weapons.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right, thanks.